Dugovne obitelji okupljaju LGBTQ osobe u Hrvatskoj koje žele postati roditelji ili koje već jesu roditelji i uglavnom služe za nekakvu razmjenu iskustava. Znači, da li osobe koje već jesu roditelji, ne znam kako je to biti danas LGBTQ osoba i roditelji u Hrvatskoj, ili osobe koje se informiraju o tome kako se ostvariti kao roditelji, da li kroz posvajanje, udomiteljstvo, neke metode medicinski potpomognute oplodnje, postoje nešto zovemo co-parenting, ali uglavnom služe za razmjenu iskustava i za nekako razmjenu informacija. Dugovne obitelji u Hrvatskoj danas mogu posvojiti i mogu udomiti, što je potvrđeno sudskim presudama. Situacija je bila takva da nije bilo baš jasno u zakonima može li nekakav istospolni par u Hrvatskoj posvojiti ili udomiti i nedavno je presuđeno da se to može. Situacija je isto takva da u Hrvatskoj mogu pojedinačno osobe i posvajati i udomiti i to je već zadnjih, 10-20 godina praksa bila kod LGBTQ osoba da one posvajaju ili udomljavaju kao pojedinci ili pojedinke. Kao pojedinac ili pojedinka u Hrvatskoj, ako vi usvojite ili udomite, zapravo je tu najveći problem kako će onda vaš partner ili partnerica isto ostvariti roditeljsku skrb nad tim djetetom. Zato što postoji nekakva vrsta partnerske skrbi u Zakonu o životnom partnerstvu, ali to nije zapravo roditeljstvo kao što će imati osoba koja je službeno usvojila to dijete. Tako da tu vidimo da postoji nekakav disbalans u tome tko je kao pravi roditelj i tko ima samo neka roditeljska prava i mi bi puno rađe voljeli da obje osobe s kojima dijete živi, s kojima dijete provodi svoje djetinjstvo, da su one punopravni roditelji. Mi u našem članstvu imamo negdje, ja bih rekao, 10-20 djece koje su da li udomljena, da li posvojena, nešto od strane pojedinaca ili pojedinki, nešto od strane parova, ali opet taj broj je relativno mali zato što sustav je zapravo tako nekako zna biti kompliciran, izazovan, težak je to put, jako puno zahtijeva nekakvog i emocionalnog i financijskog napora i treba se za to odlučiti to sve izgurati do kraja.
I think I have to tell about that I'm gay, and when I was growing up it was difficult to tell people that. So I was joking about girls and everything until I was 30 years old, when I told my parents and my friends that I'm gay. It went very good and my parents loved me and I have a lot of friends. So that was good for me to could be who I am. After that I met a boyfriend, Øyvind, that I have been together with in 15 years. Me and Øyvind was together because we love horses. So he was a judge and rider and we teach, so we had share that interest. And when we have been together for about 5 years, we was talking about children. Maybe we want a family. It was like, why can't we take care of a child that doesn't have a parents or need a home? And then we went to a course to be a foster parents. And then one day they called us. And then they called us about a girl, was 13 years old, and she loves horses, and we like that. And of course it was interesting to meet her. And we drive to her with a social worker. And then we was to know her. And 1 month later, it was decided that she should move to us. So we was very happy. Very happy.
When I was 12, I got in touch with Child Protective Services. Yet again, I've been in touch with them before. And sitting there trying to describe that, it's not really good at home, when everything you hear from home is, if you tell anyone this, bad things will happen. Having to lock your door, lay under your bed, put on headphones, so you wouldn't hear your parents arguing was not okay. It was not okay to go to the living room or go to get some food and smell the alcohol when you open the door. It was not okay to be 10 years old and wondering, oh, should I call the police? And being afraid to step outside your room because you don't know what's going on there. And so when I was 13, I moved to a temporary family, lived there for about 4 months, until my caseworker from Child Protective Services asked me if I would feel okay with gay foster parents. And for me, that was never really a question. It wasn't weird, it wasn't special, because from my point of view, I wanted to come to a family who also wanted me.
Når er Benjamin ferdig på skolen?
Hæ?
Når er Benjamin ferdig på skolen?
Forhåpentlig så han holder til 2. It was like we was 2 guys and we have no experience with children, so we should have a easy girl that haven't a lot of problem with her. And there Sabrina come.
First of all, the thing that we bonded over was humor. And I remember one of the first days in my new foster home, they were watching a series called Modern Family, where you have this gay couple. And one of my dads say, Jesus Christ, they are so annoying. And the first joke I cracked to them was, well, now you know how it feels for me. And after that, I guess the ice was kind of broken.
The first 3-4 months, everything was perfect. And after that, I think when Sabrina was not sure that we loved her and care about her, she started to be different.
And I had very extreme reactions, emotional ones. All this trauma, all these nights with nightmares, not wanting to go outside the house, being stuck in bed. And it took me years to, send this one message to my foster parents, like, hey, I need some help.
When she ran away, we pick her up again and we said, we still love you. And we focus on the positive and not the negative. And if it was 98% negative, we said, yes, it's 2% positive. And 1 week later, it was 4% positive. Yeah. In my family, it's important to have a laugh and funny. And it was important for me, even when it was different with Sabrina, to laugh and do things and have fun.
I think a lot of what made me feel like this was a stable and safe place is the fact that they were always there and ready for whatever I needed. And they got me in touch with different people who could help. And they constantly provided some sort of care that I needed, or even though I didn't want it.
If you focus on the positive, the 2% positive is like Christmas. I remember that we was every night say goodnight to Sabrina, and she didn't say goodnight because she wasn't used to it. And I think around a year, we said it every night. I said, "Good night, Sabrina," because she had the room upstairs. And then I said to Øyvind, "What?" And I said, "What?" Because Sabrina said, "Good night." And I think for me, it was the big present I have had, because we have done it, and nothing back. And when she said good night, it was big happening.
They have told me every day for God knows how many years that we love you. We want you to do well. What do you need?
Tur i stallen er vei. Eller til stallen. Det er dit vi kjører nå.
Hvor mange skritt tror du vi har gått?
Ja, det tror jeg faktisk er en del frem og tilbake.
Kilometer.
The realization, or up until the point where I started to realize that, okay, they want me. I don't think it happened like in one particular moment, but it happened over time. And one day they told me that there's no pressure, but if you feel like it, we would love to adopt you. And I didn't really reply to it until a couple of years later.
Maybe you feel better when you are adopted than you are a foster child. And I think it's important to say that Sabrina have no contact with her parents.
When I had a conversation with CPS, and I think that was kind of my moment of realization that, oh, wait, the offer is still on the table. What if I did get adopted? Like, what would that mean for me? Like, I already knew that they would be my permanent family, whether I said yes or no, but it would feel complete to actually have a family in every way. And I think that was my point of realization that this is forever.
I should try without crying. I cry a bit first and then talk later. I think when you are not used to get love, it's not easy to say that you love some. And we know that Sabrina loved us, but it was, yes, difficult for her to tell us that. I have to breathe a bit. And I don't think I need any word to explain. It was, yes.
Skal vi smake? Ja, den er det. Ooh. How we met? Okay. It was at Friday evening at this girl club, only girls, hip hop, very much, a lot of people, just full packed. So it was sweaty and we're dancing and partying. And then on the dance floor, I was like, oh. And then I had to dance a little bit closer. And yeah.
And she was,
And
I was
there
like,
was-
whoa, there's somebody here on my back. Yeah, we just we had so much fun the whole night, just dancing. Yeah, it was really nice. And then we went from there. It was just and we have both kind of the similar feeling that like, it's us now, you know, it's like coming home somehow. Very.
I knew that I've already had this, like, I knew I wanted to have a child sometime. And I wanted to have a partner and family, like this safety, you know, like, and I knew that it was gonna be us. The first time we tried, it was insemination, so we had to order online kind of sperm on this bank, and there was fictive names, and you only see some small details like eye color, hair color, height, and weight. So the only thing we're like, yeah, I'm gonna be pregnant, because she didn't want to be pregnant, that was just clear. Let's take someone who looks kind of like you. The same height, the same eye color, and that's it. We don't care about...
we see what comes.
You can pay, and some people write their whole CV and like intellect, IQ or whatever, but that's not the most important thing. We know these guys who have donated sperm, they have gone through controls already for like these serious diseases, and these things are out of the box already, so it's safe. It's a safe way to, yeah.
And then we did it one time there.
The first time in Copenhagen.
I think it was because then you have to kind of pay attention, like, oh, ovulating. Okay, then order the flight tickets and then go there the day after, no? So it's a little stress. And then come there early in the morning and...
sleeping on a bench until it's our time to go in.
Okay,
so
it was a beautiful experience. They were really nice there. Yeah. But I think the whole process was a bit straining for the system, no? And then wait again after to take the flight and go home. And it was a little intense. Yeah. So it didn't catch that time.
Yeah, that was the first time. And we knew that it's gonna be, the average, it's gonna be like, I don't remember, 6 to 10 times. So one time we were, of course, it's gonna take more times, probably. But during this time, they opened this clinic in Bergen. So the second time we could do it here. And it was much easier, just, I'm ovulating, take the car, go there, easy. And then it worked on the second time. So it was a very economical baby. Yeah. It can be very expensive otherwise. You have to buy the sperm, buy tickets, do it again and again and again. So it can be very expensive. And we know people who have spent 100, 200,000 more.
Yeah.
Either way, if you're...
You never know.
Yeah.
So we were lucky, and then we got this beautiful guy also now, so we are very happy. Morning. For me to be the legal parent for our child, 8 years ago, it was like this. You had to have an open donor from an approved donor bank. So you cannot just take a friend and, you know, it has to be somehow in the system. At least it was like that then. So, and the donor has to be open because I think the people in the government, they were really concerned that the child should have the possibility to make contact with the donor if they feel like it when they are 18, which is totally fine for me. I would like that he has this option.
And also that it's clear that the donor has given away any legal responsibility to be a father. Like, it's very clear. I have donated my seed, but I don't want to be a parent. It's very clear.
Yeah. And then I just had to kind of document that we have been living together for a long time. And then I just send in the paper that I am a part of this decision to make this child and to be the legal parent with all that responsibility. And then, we got it. Yeah, it was very easy for us. I know other people that had problems with this somehow and didn't get the approval, or you had to kind of follow their protocol of how to do things.
Eller?
Ja. Jag snackar med Sven.
Ja, han sa nog Men nu var det överläggningen.
Sen är det 4 miljoner.
Sami, who is soon 8, he has not yet asked, like, why do I have a different family? He's not thinking about that.
I actually have been thinking, like, doesn't he wonder about this more?
Yeah.
I have thought many times, why doesn't he ask? Or like, he's like, no, it's just us, no? We are his family. He doesn't question it like this. And
Maybe when he's a teenager, it will be more questions. You never know. And we're kind of ready for whatever. But we'll answer anything. Nothing is,
yeah.
and in a way, nothing is strange. It's just tell him how we did it. Well, yeah. Not too detailed, maybe.
All right.
After being fostered by a gay couple, people were asking questions like, how does it feel? Because it's not the standard. We all know that. And I would say it feels the same as having a mom and a dad, I have one of them making lunch packs for me, one of them going on shopping trips with me, and the other one being the more typical practical dad. My friends had parents who drove them places, who did things with them. They went on vacations, they had dinners. I did all of that too. Really, objectively, the only difference is I did it with two men. I even had friends who wanted to come over because it was so cool that I had two dads. Who has that?
We were very lucky because there was another girl in his group who had two mothers. And also so it was more integrated also there. And sometime there was someone who asked, because, kindergarten children are so cute, like, oh, what is it? And then, why doesn't it have a father? Blah, blah, blah. And they're like, no, we're just two mothers. Okay. And then they just go on playing. So for them, it's just like, oh, it's a little bit different. Oh, okay. Why? Okay, we don't care. And then they go on.
Yeah.
And this one time,
I remember this girl.
this girl,
Father told you, no?
the father came and told me, Elsa or whatever her name was, you know what she told me? She told me that, Daddy, if you die, I also want another mother, like Sami.
Where we live, we have no problem with to be two guys and have a family. We have a lot of friends, and with school and sport and everything is just okay. I think today in Norway and maybe other countries, what is a family now? Because you have my children, your children, our children, you have divorces. It's I think people we are in a new things change.
In Norway and Sweden and here, I never experienced anything like discrimination or any threatening behavior, nothing. Actually, we have been very lucky and privileged and felt safe here and comfortable to hold hands, to be together, to show that we are a family. I think people here are, I never actually.
I feel like it's just the way it's supposed to be.
For me, it's very important that foster children are going to good foster home, and I've been so lucky that I have been working with it in this course, that they have foster family to learn to be a foster family, and then I'm there to tell them about it and tell about what's different and what is important, and I tell because I think if they think it's scary, there should not be it. It's a lot of people that need to be taken care of. So I hope that people, even there is gay, lesbian, or what they are, if they are able to take care of children, I think it's important for them to do that, because I have helped 3 children, and I'm proud of it, and I think it's important that people who is willing to do it and can do it can be able to do it.
Before I moved to my new foster family, I loved animals, especially horses. I had been in the stable before, tried riding a horse, and the first time I met my new foster parents, I showed them some pictures of me on the horse. And they were like, "Oh my God, this is amazing. Like, you have to come with us to the stable." And over the years, I had a pony that I started to ride very often. And going to the stable with them felt very therapeutic, actually. To be able to go there as a family, not necessarily talking about anything, but just doing something regular for once. So bonding over horses was like a very big milestone for us. Today, I'm studying my last year and my bachelor's degree in social work. I work with people who have alcohol and drug addictions and also psychiatry. And I, besides of that, hang out with my friends. Yes, I'm very satisfied with my life. I am doing what I want to do, and I love what I do. I feel like I'm in a good space.
I will do it exactly once more if I could. I don't regret anything. I have 3 fantastic children that I love. And for me to see Sabrina, who is the oldest, to have a good life, to have go to school and do everything she loves, it's good for my heart. It's good for me as parents. It's good for me that love and care, and I love to help.
Mislim da danas treba biti jako hrabar u Hrvatskoj, pogotovo za posvojiti ili udomiti, a pogotovo za dugine obitelji koje to žele napraviti. Vidimo da se to događa uglavnom u velikim gradovima gdje se ljudi osjećaju sigurno. Vidimo da isto opet izloženi ste tim nekakvim natpisima po medijima. Vidimo kad se priča o toj temi u medijima komentare kada čitate ispod gdje ljudi pozivaju na ubojstvo, gdje ljudi pozivaju na nasilje, gdje ljudi pitaju gdje ti ljudi žive da im odu doma, ne znam, pred vrata i tako dalje. Mislim da stvarno trebate biti jako hrabri, ali opet, ne znam, želja za roditeljstvom nije vezana za seksualnu orijentaciju. Tako da ako netko želi postati roditelj, bez obzira da li je ta osoba lezbijka, gej ili heteroseksualna, ta osoba će potražiti nekakav način na koji će se ona ostvariti kao roditelj. I ja mislim da vidimo u našem članstvu da stvarno tu ljudi će učiniti sve što mogu kako bi se ostvarili kao roditelji.